Get ready for the action because we are diving straight into the NBA drama. Josh Hart has some serious news regarding Joel Embiid and the upcoming matchup. He doesn't think Embiid's plea to 76ers fans to keep the Knicks faithful out of Philadelphia is going to work, and we break down exactly why this situation is heating up right before the series starts.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This Allen 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the injury report that has the 76ers looking optimistic for Game 1 against the Knicks. Joel Embiid was listed as probable for the showdown after a scare in Game 7, and we examine his recent performance and what it means for his chances in this intense Eastern Conference Semifinal. We turn now to the history between the teams and the players. Josh Hart recalls the three-point challenge he aced 2 years ago against the 76ers, and we explore how that dynamic might play out now as the teams prepare for a completely different series atmosphere. Finally, we look at the ticket situation and the direct plea from Joel Embiid. We cover the restrictions on ticket sales for Philadelphia residents and Embiid's final message to the fans, including his offer to buy tickets, so don't miss out on all the details. Josh Hart has delivered a sobering assessment for Joel Embiid regarding the 76ers' strategy to discourage New York Knicks fans from purchasing tickets to Philadelphia games. Hart believes Embiid's plea to fans not to sell tickets is unlikely to succeed, drawing parallels to a previous playoff series where Knicks fans successfully shifted their support to the Madison Square Garden Southwest. Hart suggested that the Knicks' propensity to travel for games might make it cheaper for them to attend than to travel to the Garden, emphasizing the deep passion the fanbase holds for New York basketball. Following the recent playoff series, Embiid had urged fans to refrain from selling tickets, stressing the importance of support. He stated, "Last time we played the Knicks, it felt like Philadelphia was Madison Square Garden East. We're going to need the support." Embiid further acknowledged that ticket resale on the secondary market remains a factor, noting that fans purchasing tickets for financial reasons will likely do so, but asserting that New Yorkers' passion for the Knicks will drive attendance. The 76ers are employing a strategy similar to a previous move by the Pistons, limiting tickets to residents within the Philadelphia area based on credit card billing addresses. However, Hart anticipates that this measure will not deter Knicks fans from purchasing tickets on the secondary market. Hart concluded by highlighting the persistence of New Yorkers, stating, "Good thing about New Yorkers, man, they're persistent. They don't care, bro. They're going to do it, man." And for a lot of people, everything revolves around money. So, if they get a good price for those tickets, they're going to sell them, and New Yorkers are passionate about the Knicks, and they're going to come out and show love. Joel Embiid is officially listed as probable for the Philadelphia 76ers Game 1 against the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Semifinals, following a recent injury scare. Embiid played 39 minutes in Game 7 against the Boston Celtics, enduring a tough contest. Despite the physical toll, the team received a positive update ahead of the matchup. Just over 24 hours before the game, Embiid's status for the Knicks series was confirmed as probable. Following his appendectomy just under a month prior, Embiid demonstrated a quick return to form against the Celtics, averaging 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists in 36.5 minutes of action. He also managed to get to the foul line an average of 9.3 times per game. Analysts suggest that while Embiid may not replicate his performance against the Celtics, his elite status as the best center in the game remains a major asset for the 76ers, especially when facing Atlantic Division rivals like the Knicks, who possess 2 elite centers. The 76ers are expected to focus on optimizing Embiid's talents in this critical matchup. New York Knicks guard Josh Hart has expressed confidence ahead of a playoff series against the Philadelphia 76ers, signaling a readiness to embrace the type of perimeter shooting strategy that proved successful in a previous playoff matchup. Hart referenced a 2-year-old series against the Knicks, where he was a key contributor, noting that in that instance, Joel Embiid frequently set him up for catch-and-shoot opportunities. Hart stated that he is prepared for a different dynamic in the current series, asserting, "If it's similar to what it was in the past, I'll probably have as many catch-and-shoot opportunities as I want. I got to go out there, shoot the ball with confidence." Hart emphasized his belief in his own shooting ability, adding, "I'm a good shooter, I know I'm a good shooter. I trust my work. Do that, and then when I'm not taking those shots, screening off ball, screening on ball, holding my screens, and just being decisive." This confidence contrasts with his performance in a previous series against the Hawks, where his three-point percentage from deep was lower, though he maintained solid regular season efficiency. The prevailing expectation is that the 76ers will attempt to replicate their strategy from 2 years ago, challenging Hart to match that level of perimeter shooting. The report also highlights some personnel connections between the two teams. The 76ers roster includes Quentin Grimes, a reserve guard who was drafted by the Knicks and played for them before being traded to the Pistons. Additionally, the 76ers feature assistant coach Rico Hines, who previously served as an assistant to Steve Lavin at St. John's. Joel Embiid is appealing directly to Philadelphia Sixers fans, urging them to support the team at upcoming games, particularly in light of the rivalry with the New York Knicks. Embiid emphasized the importance of the home court atmosphere, stating, "Last time we played the Knicks it felt like this was Madison Square Garden East. So we're going to need the support. Don't sell your tickets. This is bigger than you. We need you guys." The atmosphere we've had the last couple games in Philly, especially the last one pushing it to Game 7. I mean, we need all of it. The situation is complicated by existing ticket sales restrictions for events at the Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia, which limit sales to residents of the greater Philadelphia area based on billing address. However, sources indicate that high-spending Knicks fans may still purchase tickets from individuals selling them, as Knicks forward Josh Hart noted that New Yorkers are persistent and driven by money, suggesting road tickets might be cheaper given the short travel distance between New York and Philadelphia. Embiid expressed disappointment regarding fan behavior during a previous series, specifically citing raucous chants directed at Jalen Brunson during a Knicks victory in Philadelphia. In response, the Sixers' ownership has already distributed over 2,000 tickets to community members when the Knicks returned for Game 6. Embiid concluded by offering his personal support to local residents, stating, "Knicks fans, they travel. There's going to be some people that need the money and probably going to sell tickets, but don't do it. We need you guys. We've got a pretty good chance. We're going to need our support. We're going to need them to be extremely loud, and if you need money, I got you."